After a ridiculously early start to the day, a rushed breakfast and a further 90 minutes of walking, we finally arrive at the Sun Gate. It is a stone fortress with a steep climb to the top. Viewed from Machu Picchu, it was positioned to align with the sunrise on significant dates in the Inca calendar. The walk down to Machu Picchu itself takes about 15 minutes from here. Like Sacsayhuaman, the original name of this place is not known, but the name we use comes from the old Quechua language again, literally meaning old mountain. In 1911, Hiram Bingham, a professor of Latin American history from the University of Yale, set out on an expedition to discover the site of Vilcabamba, the last refuge of the Incas when fleeing from the Spanish. He had heard rumours of some unexplored ruins down the Urubamba Valley and travelled there by mule, when he met Melchior Artiega, who agreed to guide him from the valley up to the ruins. He spent most of the day there and decided that this had to be the city of Vilcabamba for which he was searching. He returns the following year to clear much of the site and take many photos, some of which were later published in the National Geographic in 1913. Although Bingham claims that Machu Picchu was the city of Vilcabamba, it is now accepted that the site at Espirito Pampa is what he was looking for. It is ironic then that Bingham came across these ruins on the same expedition on which he discovered Machu Picchu and dismissed them as minor. It is a common misconception that Bingham was the first person to visit Machu Picchu since its abandonment by the Incas. However, he did recognise its importance and brought it to the world's attention. Therefore, he is rightly credited as its discoverer. Originally built, inhabited and abandoned all in less than a century, this lost city of the Incas was recently voted one of New Open World Corporation's new 7 Wonders of the World, unveiled at a ceremony in Barcelona on July the 7th. Get it? 7707? The mountain that stands so prominently in the background is called Llama Trek, which means young mountain, and some people are actually daft enough to climb up it. Well, I'm only going to come this way once. The climb takes about 2 hours. Not only is it steep, the path is very uneven, narrow, and the drop is at least 100 feet. Warning signs at the entrance clearly state that this climb is not for the faint-hearted. The view from the top is well worth the effort. No camera can possibly take this in. We are standing on a mountain in the middle of a big gorge. This is the view of Machu Picchu most people are familiar with. But how many people have seen it from this angle before? The Incas did very well to hide it from the Spanish. But there is one more mystery left to solve before I leave. If it was so precious to the Incas, why did they abandon it? A number of theories exist. The settlement's water sources dried up, civil war, fire. They were worried the Spanish might find it. Whatever the reason, the site was never looted by the Spanish, and it is therefore the best preserved Inca complex in existence. It has not been without its problems though. Planning permission for a cable car and luxury hotel was recently granted by the Peruvian government, but both projects were pulled after mass protests. And in September 2000, a centuries-old sundial was damaged while filming an advert for Cusqueña beer.
Oh, it is jumpable actually, but I wouldn't try it. Oh, well, I guess you're getting our way down again. Yeah, which way are they? I'll watch you back.
Alright, one, two, three. That's a long way down. The time has come to move on now. We catch a shuttle bus into this small village, which appears to have been built exclusively as a holding area for tourists. The only real item of significance here is the train station back to the Sacred Valley. But it is nice to have mobile reception again, internet access and good food from a restaurant. We spoil ourselves here. It has been a tough journey to get this far, and now it's finally over. All I want now is a hot shower, a change of clothes and an early night. The next day will be spent in Cuzco chilling out. No filming, just sleeping, mooching around the town and drinking more coca tea.